1973, first test. Great Britain on the left, Australia. Langlands with kick off, and away we go. And there's plenty of noise. That's good. Jan Atkinson. And this will be a real hard first quarter of an hour without any shadow of doubt, I believe. George Nicholls. Forward, there's below, the one that could have go. The chance, oh, beautiful opening. Chance for Sullivan. Sullivan got somebody inside. Oh, the forward pass. Paul Charlton came up when Sullivan might have been better going on his own. What an opening, what a chance for Great Britain. Ken Madison from Bob O'Reilly. Rodinicus. Hightaker will still go off. This fellow Fulton's going to be a trouble man for Great Britain, and a penalty against George Nicholls for Neen on Fulton, and Billy Thompson rightly gives the penalty. Australians, number 10 is blindside, Australia possession. Rodinicus, knock on, drop ball by Tim Pickup, who used to play for Blackpool. Had quite a career. He hitchhiked across America and eventually landed in England and became a rugby league star. Charlton getting down well. Is it a chance for Phil Lowe? Can Phil Lowe get there? Phil Lowe's going like mad. His 6 foot is in. Is it try? Well, this was the Somerset scrum Stevie Nash did to David Tomlis, who did well, did Topless, to get the pass in. Charlton came up, and he was still all on, and has still got to be scored. Look how many Australians there are there. But then up goes big Phil Lowe. He went through Starling. Now, it looked at this moment that he was going to be collared, and he made a dive, and he stumbled, but he was over, and what a good try. The man that the Australians were really very, very worried about. Elwyn Walters. There are a lot of scrums, 3-2 in favour of the Kangaroos. And we're halfway through the first half, 20 gone, 22 go. Great Britain 3, just that one try by Lowe, but many near one, and this is the fellow who could get one. This is the fellow. Fulton is a good footballer. He's taking them on. He's taking Charlton on. He's still going. He's gone. He's just got into touch. What a run! Taken by John Atkinson and pushed out, but what a tremendous run by Fulton. What a good footballer this boy is. George Nicholls lost the ball, and a good tackle by Fulton. Rodinicus. McCarthy. Oh, nice one, well taken. There's a chance for Brannigan, turning inside, turning out. Atkinson sticking near him. Number 13, Colin Clark, number 9. 4-3, but they're spacing themselves well of the Australian. And it's amazing the amount of tackling, such as O'Reilly is doing. A little short one. Good bounce, wrong, all right. It bounced right for Langlands. Away he goes. Ken Madison. Good run. Former centre. And this is a chance for Australia. About 6 fellows spread out. There's an overlap here. There's a chance for Goodwin. They'd want to beat. Forward pass, but it lost the ball before that. The ball had been knocked on. Ted Goodwin sort of gave half a dummy, then gave the pass. Also think, what a chance there. Great Britain just before the interval, wasting precious positions as Brian Lockwood goes near. The first attack for a long time by Great Britain. And a turn inside using big Phil Lowe. Sid Hines. 10 yards out from the Australian line. Australian defending. Batten. George Nichols. The British crowd cheering this one. It's all right, it's come up, but Atkinson sometimes could miss those. But he can't straighten up. Lost about 20 yards together. And there goes Paul Charlton, taken by Jeff Starling, although he slipped as he was going down. Going to have a drop, and it goes, and it's a goal, but it's 1 point. And there he is, Steve Nash gets 1 point for it, 4 points to 2. Dave Topless still looking for that opening. Goes Nichols. Born witness, of course, left there. Brian Lockwood. Stevie Nash. He did a Lewis Jones, kicking a push forward then. Cameron Rodonicus is taking Nash whenever he can. Oh, well taken by Topless. It was a high one. Brian Lockwood. Oh, well taken to Phil Lowe. Still going, Phil Lowe, still going. This is the danger man. 6 tackle coming up. Paul Said did well to get back along with Ken Madison. The 6 tackle coming up. Oh, Colin Clark might be in. He's in for a try, Colin Clark. Well, let's have a look at that again, because it was the 6th tackle coming up and they really moved out. Phil Lowe created the first one, and then Colin Clark, and it didn't seem if he was big enough for this stage. He was held, but he reached out, and no doubt a try coming at this stage. Great Britain 7, Australia 2, and Clausen to kick. 7 points to 2. Takes his time. Important goal kick. It's a goal. 9 points to take the prop side position. Got it round, get it inside. This fella coming into trouble, but he's run out of it. Showing the ball. Clive Sullivan. Can Sullivan run? Well, he didn't get any chance in Sullivan, with Fulton and Langland really taking him to pieces. Well, there's the Prime Minister. I hope he's enjoying it. Clark, Clausen, Nash, sorry. Really going, this big fellow. And the crowd really love this. As soon as he gets the ball, they're expecting things. Britain on the attack. Inside. Oh, it's a try! Oh, beautiful try. Beautiful try, Lockwood. Oh, top place, Lockwood. And what happened then? Lockwood. Well, it's 3 points and he'll be up. Have a look who he's going to have a word with, if anybody. Whilst the referee talking, let's have a look at that again. Off he goes. Colin Clark did a good job. Terry Clausen. And then inside. And a real tackle then, but went round near behind, as far as he could behind the post, did Brian Lockwood. And this was the moment. He put the ball down. 12 points to 2. 2 points if he kicks it. Taking all the time in the world. He knows he has it. It's the goal! David Watkins. Good try, that. Hospitality there, but when it comes to test matches, the Australians will never give in at all, and they won't in this case, I'm quite sure. It was at their request that they played at Wembley. They've got fond affections of winning in London. Bob O'Reilly, number 8. Rhodonicus moving the ball about on. Fulton got out of 3 tackles. It's amazing where he gets out of them. George Nichols measured up to him then, and it took him all his time to stop him. Good footballer, Fulton. McCarthy. O'Reilly. Pick up. Great Britain's tackling is very good at this moment. They're put up with a lot of pressure. They're going to be under pressure for the next 10 minutes. Got the ball in. This is a chance. Must be a try. Must be a try. Must be a try. Good try to Ray Brannigan. It was all set up, was that. It had been a lot of pressure before the opening was made, and 1 or 2 players, particularly Beetson, did a very good job. O'Reilly, and see how they got the ball back in again from Arthur Beetson. 3 of them were on him, and then he came away to this right wing, and there was the overlap when Starling shoved it out to Ray Brannigan, and Brannigan put it down to some tune, 40 points to 5. Well, this will give the Aussies a lot of encouragement, and so will that goal. The good goal, very good goal. They're not dying with the ball as they were earlier on. They're giving it air, and that's the time when they're dangerous. All this constant tackling by Britain will surely take its toll eventually. Bob McCarthy, 14 points to 7 in this first test. Rhodonicus, the big Artie Beetson, the smallest from Rhodonicus, Paul Sage. The 5th tackle, 1 more before the scrum. Oh, and up and under, and it's an awkward one, a troublesome one. Oh, and it's a try! Oh, what a great try by Fulton. He took the ball away, which looked safe inside, and took the ball out of him and scored. This magnificent football of Fulton. Let's have a look at this. From this up and under. It was quite safe with off and taken out. 14-10. Should be a goal. 14-12, only 2 points in it. Well, David Watkin, what about this change?
Well, what a turnaround of events. Australia forced to move the ball about. They did it with some success. And then a bad kick-off led to a speculative up and under, which was taken out of Heinz's hands and, of course, turned into 5 more points.
Thank you, David. And you see on the clock, halfway through the second half, 14 points to 12. What a test match this is. Made sure that it's gone the distance this time. Probably gone too far, but leave better that than giving it away. And the Kangaroos really on the gallop now. Great Britain in a bit of trouble. After looking so strong and convincing, leading 14 points to 2, having to do an awful lot of tackling. And a penalty. 2 points only, 14 points to 12. He's looking to see what happened to him. Or who did it, rather. Nichols. This is the sort of position that Great Britain are better in somehow. They seem to have the know-how. Showing the ball, turning inside. To Phil Lowe, who had not been able to get in his stride. I think the injury just before half-time seems to have probably affected him a little bit. By Sullivan. Clive Sullivan in for a try. Well, what a try! Oh no, it's a forward pass. The forward pass. Well. Forward pass. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. We don't thought it. Well, I don't. Well. Now that'll be argued about for a long soccer match. Oh, that went very quickly in and out. Well taken to Cesca. Pulsate. Bob O'Reilly, the bear. We've got the ball again. And a penalty offside. When he plays the drumsticks like that, is to indicate offside. Going to take the tap. Not going to bother to take the kick for touch and risk losing possession. Oh, good run by Clausen. And I noticed Clive Sullivan now very much in picture. He was following them through. Oh, this is a chance for Phil Lowe. Phil Lowe's going to score. It's a try. Well, this young Dave Topless, it's the day of his life. That's the scorer, but they're hugging Dave Topless, are the players at the moment. But let's see how it happened. You see that this is the one, and he turned there. How was him? And then he turned, and the big long-legged Lowe, who Manly Warringer wanted to pay £25,000 for, but he prefers living in Hull. 19 points to 12. Great Britain 19, Australia 12. And the lights are coming on. And he kicks it, and it's a goal! When 21 points to 12, and the 5 minutes to go, plus injury time. There's Great Britain 21, and a reverse situation, Australia 12. 21-12. Clive Sullivan, who's been an inspirational captain in the last 20 minutes. So the lights gone at Wembley as Great Britain in this first Rugby League test against the Kangaroos. Leading by 21 points to 12. Still time, 2 tries and 2 goals could change the situation very quickly. Let go of my leg. Clausen, I don't know if he's going to run. It's a good one. Good one by Terry Clausen. This experienced footballer who's been around quite a lot. I'm sure he didn't think he'd be selected when he was sold this year. And here he is, taking part, and a very creditable part too, in this Great Britain match. And at the moment, 21 points to 12, looks good, but you can never tell in rugby league football, with 3 points for a try and 2 points for a goal. 2 quick tries and 2 quick goals, and the situation would be different. The Australia penalty. A trouble in the scrum. Well, not trouble, offence, I should say. Infringement. Langland to kick. Feed up. Bit delayed in telling us. Well, the Australians on the halfway line. Just a little bit quiet at the moment. Wondering whether time's going to run out for them. And Owen Walters had had to go seek his own football. Paul Charlton said, "You kick this, fetch it." Halfway line on the right, 10 yards, play on. Well, this Fulton almost got a break then. Oh, good, a good run going down the blind side there by Bob McCarthy, in touch. And the Dutch and the Americans and the French are, I believe, taking this match. And this is Wembley, wonderful sight of Wembley with the lights on. And what a momentous occasion this is for both teams and for rugby league. scrums were little until that, and Great Britain in front now with 1. And there's Sullivan taking a sort of a three-quarter back position, if there's such a title. No, there is, but not the position he's taking it. 3/4 of the way through this match, it looked as if the Australians were going to snatch it out of the fire, and now Great Britain have gone up in the lead, 21 points to 12. And 2 minutes plus injury time. It's nothing to do with us or the referee. There's an overlap. There's a chance now for Charlton. He's kicked across. There's 3 Great Britain players to 2 to knock on, but it's advantage to Australia, and well taken by Tate Goodwin. Bobby Fulton, Ken Madison. Ken Madison's done an awful lot of good work in the forward. Pulling up. Oh, Langlands came in good there. And just a good tackle by Jordan Nichols. That's a real try-saving tackle. John Atkinson. It's no good. You can come back. The whistle's gone. You're meeting round below here. Everybody's mystified. Eric Lawson's having a word with the referee. Not quite sure what's going on. Steve Nash. You got the ball out. Great batting. Knock on. Ball still loose. He can't. Well, the crowd are going at him, the referee, but the referee's right there. He had to allow Australia to have advantage, and they didn't take it, even though there were a couple of infringements after. 40 minutes have gone. We're in injury time. Colin Clark now taking the lead in the scrums, 10-8, but he won't get one for that. And they're pushing, poor little Dave Topless, just picked the ball up and they pushed him off it. Naturally, they want the ball to the Australians. Understandably so. They've got a penalty. Penalties, 12 to Australia, 6 to Great Britain. And Langlands coming up. Is that the hooter? Well, somebody's jumping up. The Australians think it is. There's some doubt whether it is. The Australians and the subs are blamed, but of course the kick's going to be taken. Going for an up and under, and this is this. It's still far, and it's well over the line. And there it is, the hooter, and the Great Britain win this match by 21 points to 12. And as the players shake hands and spectators, come on, let's have a word with David Watkins for a summary. David.
Well, a great advocate for the game of rugby league football. This has done a power of good. A wonderful game of football, hard tackling, straight running. Some wonderful tries scored here this afternoon. Great Britain, including myself, were heavily criticised because we didn't think perhaps the pack could stand up to it. But most certainly this front row of ours played exceptionally hard, with perhaps, if we could mention one or two individuals, and that is George Nichols for his wonderful all-round performance, Topless, who fitted into this side as if he'd been playing international football all his life. All in all, a wonderful game of football and a good win to Great Britain.
Well, there it is. That's the summary. There's the situation. And finally, the score. Great Britain 21, Australia 12.